Refractory period in cardiac muscle. The refractory period, we have absolutely refractory period and a relatively refractory period. Absolutely refractory period, during this time no amount of additional stimuli can induce depolarization. Relatively refractory period, a strong stimulus can induce depolarization. Let us see the period of absolutely and relatively refractory. So this is this diagram. It is the action potential of a myocardium, like ventricular muscle. So when the positive ion moves from the neighboring cell to this cell, and the depolarization occurs. So the resting membrane potential of this cell is -90. When the positive ion moves through the gap junction to this cell, that takes the -90 millivolt to -70. This is the threshold potential where voltage gated sodium channels opens up. As soon as sodium opens up, the sodium comes inside the cell and it is rapid depolarization. The cell is depolarized from minus to positive. Suppose it is they have taken up to +30 or +20 millivolt. As soon as the cell is depolarized, or when the cell reaches to its +30 millivolt, the sodium channel inactivate. So sodium cannot enter now because the channel is inactivate. And at the same time, opening of the voltage gated potassium channel. And potassium, they leaves from the cell because potassium is very high concentration inside the cell than extracellular. So when the cell is depolarized, when the opening of the voltage gated potassium channel, potassium leaves from the cell, and they take, because positive ion leaves from the cell, the membrane potential, it is dropping from here to this point, for example 0 millivolt. At this stage there is opening. This is the voltage where the voltage gated calcium channel is sensitive, and this at this voltage the voltage gated calcium channel is activated, or opening of the voltage gated calcium channel. As soon as voltage gated calcium channel opens, calcium moves from extracellular to intracellular. So influx coming calcium from out extracellular to intracellular. So calcium influx occurs. At the same time, this potassium efflux, the removal or leaving potassium ion from the cell, it is almost the same. Positive ion coming inside and positive ion leaving from the cell. It is almost equal. Therefore, we get this Plateau phase. And this voltage gated calcium channel opens for very few milliseconds, and then it will close, inactivate. At this position there is inactivation of voltage gated calcium channel, and but voltage gated potassium channel remains open. Therefore it will continue to leave. Positive ion leave from the cell, and the cell membrane dropping and bringing back the cell membrane to its resting membrane potential, that is -90. And this stays. It is repolarization when the membrane potential coming back to its resting membrane potential, that is repolarization. And then this is the repolarization stays, where again during this period all the channels are recovered, and these channels are again ready for stimulus. If there is a stimulus, those channels will open up and cause another action potential. Here this depolarization stage, it is called phase 0 due to the influx of sodium, phase 0. And from depolarized, for example +30 to 0, this dropping, this point is called phase 1. and then when after at this position, opening of the calcium channel from this plate to phase, this is called phase 2. And when the cell membrane dropping or repolarization, that stage is called phase 3. This is this graph up to here, phase 3. Then from this area, this is phase 4. This is phase 4. So at this position there is inactivate of the voltage gated potassium channel, because the cell membrane has come back to its resting membrane potential, and this area we call it repolarization. And this 4, it is also under repolarization. During this period, all the channels, inactivate channels, are recovered and they are ready for next stimulus, and there is opening of those channels. It may be sodium, voltage gated sodium channel, or voltage gated calcium channel. So those channels are recovered and they are ready for next stimulus. So from this area, when the cell is depolarized, and from this area, this is its refractory period. We call it refractory period. So during this period, refractory period, from here when the cell is depolarized and up to here, this point, so this is a refractory period. During this time the cell will not receive any response, any stimuli. If there is any response, the cell will not undergo depolarization. And this refractory period has divided into absolute refractory and the relative refractory. So from here to this position, this area, here to this area, it is absolutely refractory period. During this stage, whatever the strong stimulus it may be, the cell will not respond. There is no another depolarization. This area from here to here, that is absolute. There is whatever strong stimulus, the cell will not respond to any stimuli or stimulus. But from this period to this period, this is relatively refractory. If a strong stimulus can generate action potential, it may be due to maybe some of the voltage gated sodium channels are recovered and some of the voltage gated calcium channels are recovered. So strong stimuli can open the voltage gated calcium channel or voltage gated sodium channel, and there is depolarization. So from here to here, refractory period, and refractory period we have two: refractory, absolute and relative. Absolute, the cell will not respond any stimuli, but relative, the cell will respond a strong stimuli and cause depolarization. So the refractory period is around 250 millisecond, or period of a cell. It is around 250 to 300 millisecond. So this is about the refractory and the absolute and relative refractory. Thank you.